Burnley haven't scored in the last 6 matches against Liverpool in the Cup. Both Michael Duff and Graham Branch have failed late fitness tests. James O'Connor is ineligible, so 3 changes from the side that drew 0-0 with Reading on Saturday. Lee Roach comes in, as do Jean-Louis Valois, who's recovered from a hamstring injury, and Jamaican international Micah Hyde back from suspension.
Jensen, Sinclair, Cahill, McGreal and Kamara across the back, Hyde and Grant in the middle, and that means they're going to go with Moore up front on his own, and Valois is going to be wide on the left, Chaplow in the middle and Roach out on the right.
Rafa Benitez is pinning his hopes on Liverpool's youth movement. David Raven, Zach Whitbread, Darren Potter and John Welsh, all between 19 and 21 in age range, are in from the start. Sami Kupia captains the side, and despite his blunder against Manchester United on Saturday, Jerzy Dudek keeps his place in goal.
Well, when you look at it, Raven, Hupia, Whitebread and Traore, Nunez, Potter, Bishan, Warnock and Welsh, and up front Pungol is going to be the leader.
Liverpool have been knocked out the third round stage just once in the last 10 seasons, when Coventry beat them 3-1 at Anfield. That was on the 3rd of January 1998. They last lost to a lower division side a couple of seasons ago when Crystal Palace defeated them at Selhurst Park by a 2-0 margin. That was in the 4th round replay. It has warmed up just a bit here. It's perhaps exaggerating things a little bit to call the pitch good. It's far from ideal, but both sets of players will have to make the best of it.
Yeah, it's this is good for one as it is for the other, and if there's bad footing out there for one team, there's bad footing for the two teams. The only thing is that Burnley might have a little bit of an edge up. They're used to playing in this ground where Liverpool are not, and we certainly know that one of them is going to go out before they went out last year. The two of them went out in the 5th round last year.
Included in those statistics, Burnley's solitary cup win 91 years ago when they beat Liverpool by a 1-0 in the final, 25th of April 1914. Steve Cottrell is the man in charge of Burnley. Of course, until recently was the assistant manager at Sunderland and regarded as one of the brightest young coaching minds in English football. The match referee is a man who rocketed to instant fame after the goal line controversy in the recent Manchester United Spurs game, Mark Clattenburg. Rob Lewis, by the way, the assistant in the firing line that night, runs the line here too. It's a big night for Burnley. They begin this third round tie attacking the goal to our right. Burnley with everything to gain, very little to lose. Rafa Benitez has freshened up his side, relying on the youngsters, feeling that their hunger can see them through, might actually be advantageous. Perhaps preferable, he feels, to have the likes of David Raven and Zach Whitbread in the side. He regards some of the more experienced players as perhaps likely to be more blasé and not to fancy the mud bath of a pitch here at Turf Moor as much.
Well, then he mustn't understand the English attitude towards the cup, does he? That if the players are going to go out and just go through the motions. I mean, where's all this about the greatness of the cup and the romance of the cup and everything else? I don't agree with this man at all that he should put out the second team in this situation. And I think maybe, you know, if to start looking at what's going on with some of these managers, they might decide that there would be only one game and you finish it today. This way you force some of the bigger managers to put out the better players on the day because they can't take a chance. Liverpool know today if they get a draw, well, the next day they can have another go at them.
Richard Chaplow, very promising young midfielder. He's only 19. He's attracted attention from 1 or 2 Premier League clubs. A driving force in the midfield area for Burnley. And they are, as we expected, getting stuck in early on. Ian Moore going to ground. Ian Moore, who grew up in Birkenhead as a Liverpool supporter, former season ticket holder at Anfield. It's an especially big night for him. Jimmy Traore, the 24-year-old Mali international, is at left back for Liverpool. Made his 100th appearance for the club last week in the match against Manchester United.
Well, a Manchester United team that was down to 10 men and Liverpool failed to crack them, ended up going down to them. I think it's a disappointment for Liverpool. It was an ideal opportunity for to get something out of it.
David Raven, one of the youngsters. Youth having its say tonight for Liverpool. Florent Cinema Pongol runs into trouble. We can expect a lively start here from Burnley. It's Lee Roach who's going forward. No problems for Jerzy Dudek. Lee Roach, who was once on Manchester United's books. A lot of pressure on Dudek. There's been considerable talk in the press over the last 48 hours about Liverpool targeting the young Leeds goalkeeper, Scott Carson. He's only 19. Of course, Chris Kirkland's still out injured. It leaves Paul Harrison, the young Liverpudlian, as the reserve goalkeeper. He's on the bench tonight.
Well, I mean, it's a great opportunity for Burnley tonight to come away with a good result. I mean, this is they're never going to beat Liverpool in better shape. I know Liverpool have a lot of injuries, but I think the fact that he's put out this kind of a team, I think he's devalued the cup game tonight.
Ian Moore chasing. Plenty of composure there from Sami Hyypiä, who's the captain of the Liverpool side tonight. Florent Cinema Pongol. Poor control.
Well, I think the field is going to have something to say about that too, Derek. That field looks atrocious out there. I mean, it's really soft.
Now Chaplow is through here for Burnley. Can the youngster remain calm? Oh, it's swept behind for the corner. Dudek was unable to hang on to it. But Richard Chaplow, almost the early hero for Burnley.
Well, this long ball out of their own half of the field, and Chaplow runs onto it. Perhaps should have done a little bit better. He got a little bit excited. He shot a little bit early. He felt the pressure coming on from the defender coming back there. Hyypiä coming back, and nice save by the keeper. Whitbread is also involved in the play. Zach
Whitbread, born in the United States. He's a dual citizen of the USA and the United Kingdom. Now, can they surprise Liverpool here? They certainly did. Well, Dudek has been busy in the early going.
Oh, this shot came from way outside. A beautifully struck ball. It looks like Hyde was the man who got the grip on it, and Dudek came up with the save. But a nice shot from Hyde from way outside.
Micah Hyde, the Jamaican international, just back from suspension. And it's all Burnley here in the early going. Gary Cahill on loan from Aston Villa.
Well, Cahill gets himself a free header in the box here. Burnley have nobody to blame but themselves that they haven't had this ball in the back of the net. And Cahill just knocks it over the top. OK, there was a little bit of the defending going on, but Liverpool haven't looked very good at the back. Only for the keeper. And the keeper, well, he let them down on Saturday, but he certainly has saved their cup.
An up-and-coming official here in England, Mark Clattenburg from Tyne and Wear. So the shot having been changed. The clearance by Jensen. Traore barring the door, and Chaplow is free again here for Burnley, and Traore is there to close off the angle. It's going to be another Burnley corner.
Well, Chaplow is getting himself a lot of ground. This time it's a fortunate break as the ball comes across. Look at him, wide open. Well, there was questions. Maybe he was half a step offside. The referee's assistant didn't see anything wrong with it. He was a little bit slow to part with the ball. I thought the last time he was a little bit quick to part of it when he took the shot. This time he was a little bit slow getting it across because he had help in the middle.
Good start to this cup tie by Burnley. Valois corner. And back it comes this time. And Micah Hyde is always keen on latching on to those second and third balls.
Well, he took his shot here well as the ball came across. Micah Hyde pulled on the ball, and that's the second shot he's had today.
Micah Hyde, I can tell you, was delighted that the original match was postponed. He'd have been suspended had it gone ahead on the 7th of January. Instead, he was able to serve his suspension this past weekend against Reading in the Championship. That game finished 0-0. Kamara tries to sprint forward from his left-back position.
Well, he took his eye off the ball, obviously, and just let the ball roll into touch. He was trying to decide what to do with the ball.
The winners of this tie will play Bournemouth in round 4. Liverpool have failed to score in 2 of their last 4 competitive matches. And Nunez And Jensen had to think about that. Sinclair. Trying to test young Zach Whitbread.
I think the ball had gone out over the line. I didn't think so. I thought that Whitbread had done a good job of getting down to it to clear it out of there. But obviously it's a throw.
Lee Roach. And Traore again taking a little bit of a knock. Wind whipping around Turf Moor tonight. That comes off Sinclair last of all. I don't think Burnley have any cause to be disappointed with the way this third round tie has begun.
Oh, I think they'd be very happy. Of the two managers, you certainly have to feel that Cotterill is the more pleased the way his players have played. They have dominated the game. They just haven't managed to put the ball in the back of the net yet.
Chaplow, he certainly caught the eye in the opening 25 minutes. Warnock. Burnley did well to win it back. And they were threatening through Chaplow. But Ian Moore looks over, not too happy with that decision.
Oh, I think he's right too, because the man who was offside didn't play the ball. Watch, when the flag goes up, the man who's run into the offside position doesn't play the ball. The ball comes this side. The man who got the ball certainly wasn't in an offside position. And if you go by the new rule, that's a passive offside as far as Moore is concerned, because he never got involved in the play.
We'll see if Liverpool can at long last get men forward. It's been a big challenge for them in the early going here. But, a test for Sinclair. As Warnock arrived late. Still only 23, Stephen Warnock, previously farmed out to Bradford and Coventry. And at Liverpool, it's taken them 26 minutes, but they have the first corner.
And Valois is having to come back to defend as Liverpool come forward.
So the two centre-backs, Sami Hyypiä and Zach Whitbread, make their way into the Burnley penalty area. Warnock with the Liverpool corner, and a bit of hesitancy there in the Burnley defence. They've got away with it. Hyde tries to go forward now for Burnley. Kamara. Igor Bischan is the player closest to it here.
Well, there's a free header here as the ball comes out. You can't afford to let players like that. Bischan is the man who was wide open, and he just headed it down. He headed it off the knees of one of the Burnley defenders. But there would be alarms bells ringing on the Burnley bench when you see how wide open he was. There were four players inside. None of them stepped out to try to take the ball away from him, and he came up with a free header.
Well, Kamara signed in the summer of 2003 after he was released by Wolves. Kamara, the player born in Guinea but holds a French passport. Well, niggling foul spotted by referee Mark Clattenburg. It's going to be Valois to take it. McGreal is again pushed up into the area. Valois. Sinclair. It's fed in by Chaplow. And confusion in the Liverpool defence. They managed to play their way out of trouble. They didn't look all that comfortable, however. Hyde this time. And Raven tried to ignore it clear. Valois with his weaker foot in the end. As it bobbles around, it's not really what Liverpool were hoping for. Almost 28 and a half minutes gone. Burnley have tried to take the game to them. and have certainly asked
more shots on goal, considering the kind of quagmire that's right in front of the goal, that you know you're going to put pressure on the keeper every time he goes for the ball, because his footing is so unsure. And you could see Jensen that time, and he left quite a trail behind him as he skidded across 2 or 3 yards.
We're so accustomed these days, aren't we, to near perfect pitches in the Premiership, but this is in many respects a throwback to the old days, to the 60s and 70s, the halcyon days, you might say, of the FA Cup. So many of the memorable ties seem to be played on muddy pitches. Certainly pitches that were anything but in mint condition. Honours even at half-time then, but Burnley will surely be the happier of the two sides. Jerzy Dudek had a couple of very important saves to make early on. Richard Chaplow has made his mark without any shadow of a doubt. The 19-year-old Burnley midfielder. Dudek had to beat aside this shot that came in from Micah Hyde, and Liverpool have struggled to get forward at all. Half-time score in the third round of the FA Cup is Burnley 0, Liverpool 0. These seem in the dim and distant past now. No longer own this famous old ground. Chairman Barry Kilby wiped out £3 million worth of debt in return for a 10-year repayment plan. Away we go then, start of the second half. And Liverpool must definitely hope to improve on what was a bit of a ragged showing in the first half. To be fair to them, they settled down towards the end of the half after being outplayed by Burnley right at the start.
You just wonder, do they have the quality, do they have the players out there with the experience?
And possibilities here for Liverpool right at the beginning of the second half. Warnock getting into that attacking position.
Well, this is a good breakdown on that left-hand side. Warnock nods the ball inside and uses his fleet of foot to get in on it. Didn't prove to be too much of a problem for the keeper initially, but then he made a meal of it.
Warnock once again. John McGreal hasn't really put a foot wrong. The heart of that Burnley defence. Now Mo Kamara. Jean-Louis Valois. Was knocked out of play by the youngster John Welsh. It's his first start for Liverpool. Captain of the reserve team. Jimmy Traore. Now Cinema Pongol. He's had to do much of the work on his own up front.
Yeah, he certainly hasn't had any punch up front. It looks like the ideal game where Benitez should be fit to take in somebody like Barrows. You have to wonder what's going through his mind at this stage. I know he's probably saying, hey, there's another replay on this one, but that's taking a risk.
Well, they don't want a replay either, do they? They ought not to want a replay.
They're always talking about how many games they have in the game. The season shouldn't be as long and there shouldn't be so many games, but you're setting yourself up for a replay in a situation like this.
Nunez. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Cinema Pongol. It's perhaps the best Liverpool move of the match so far. Nunez right onto the head of Florent Cinema Pongol.
And it does take a little bit of a deflection on the way in, so it's a really dangerous ball when it goes inside, and Pongol just bangs it up over the top. He doesn't quite get the header onto it that he wanted to get onto it, and he beats the two defenders for it all right very easily. Roach is left stranded there.
Liverpool trying to crank up the handle, but it's come off Whitbread. Again, Mo Kamara with the Burnley throw. Back to McGreal. Chaplow. McGreal. Started down by Ian Moore, and Chaplow, real tenacity from the 19-year-old. And oh, it's an own goal, it's come off Traore. An own goal gives Burnley the lead. After sheer persistence from Richard Chaplow. Jimmy Traore at the far post, looked bemused. It's gone in off him, and the upset is possible.
Well, you can feel the pressure coming on the back. Chaplow is the man who does very well here. Cuts inside, takes on a couple of defenders, swings the ball across, and Traore trying to keep the ball away from the man coming in on the back post. Nicely nodded down there. A good play by Moore, and then this is a good cross. And watch what Traore does here, because he's feeling the pressure coming on the back. Roach was coming up on his outside, and he was scared that Roach was going to get to the ball. But instead of just putting a big boot onto it, he tries to be fancy. I'm not sure what he was trying to do with it, whether he was trying to turn it around for the corner kick or not. And maybe Mr. Benitez would have second thoughts now about the team that he's put out.
Burnley 1, Liverpool 0. Liverpool don't want to be the 5th team from the Premier League to exit the competition in this third round. Manchester City, Aston Villa, Norwich and Crystal Palace have already bitten the dust. Well, now the onus is on Liverpool to get men forward and to play with a bit more authority.
Yeah, but the question I keep asking, Derek, is can they play with any more authority? Are they playing as good as they're capable of playing with the players that you see out there on the field? This is not a bad Burnley side. This Burnley side will play football with you, and they've certainly given a very, very good account of themselves here today.
And Burnley have become masters of the 1-0 win this season, in the Championship at least. 27 games, 14 have been clean sheets. That's what Liverpool are up against here. Hyde for Burnley. Valois again trying to get involved. It's Chaplow. I don't think there's any question that Richard Chaplow is going to attract even more attention from bigger clubs.
Yeah, he's the ideal man for the Premiership, isn't he? A big battering ram type centre forward.
Now Traore trying to atone for that own goal.
Well, there's the ball nodded down nicely by Moore, picked up nicely by Chaplow, and, well, unfortunately for Traore, but if he doesn't get it out of there, if he doesn't hit it, if he's going to try to play the ball, Roach is going to stick it in the back of the net. I'm not sure why he just didn't put a boot to it, because Roach was definitely in the position that if Traore turns the ball around him, Roach is going to walk in on the ball. And he's very, very committed.
Hupia didn't want to show too much of the ball to Ian Moore. Whitbread. And Welsh. Whitbread. 21 minutes to go. Can Liverpool stay in the FA Cup? Or will they become the 5th Premier League team to go out in this third round? Valois. And Chaplow again, he's always available. Kamara. Moore's making a lung-busting run into the centre. Valois. Playing with a delightful left foot. Slips at the vital moment. Making it look easy against Sami Hupia. Jean-Louis Valois. We've seen some luxurious football from Valois tonight, and from this man, Richard Chaplow. For once, Chaplow loses out, and he's on the ground. The tackle came in from John Welsh. Now Barros. A rip-roaring pace here at Turf Moor. The tackle came in from Cahill. And he's disappointed with that decision.
It should be a throw to Burnley. The referee's given a free kick. You're going to see Moore coming back here. Cahill wins the ball and then falls over him.
That will be a free kick, and justifiably so, against Richard Chaplow. He's going to get a little warning here from referee Mark Clattenburg as Chaplow clattered into Floro Cinema Pongol. And more than just a warning, it's going to be a yellow card for arguably the most impressive player out of the park tonight. Not sure if you would disagree with that assessment, Tommy.
Yeah, I disagree with the card. I don't disagree with the assessment of what the man has done. Chaplow has played brilliantly. But I think the referee is just trying to calm this thing down a little bit. He doesn't want it to get over the top.
And the big men all poised to get on the end of this free kick. But Jensen's there, safe pair of hands from the Danish goalkeeper. The man who used to be on the books of AZ Alkmaar in Holland. Now it's Kamara, using his pace. Only had one man, Ian Moore, inside the Liverpool penalty area. Valois won it back. He's so difficult to defend against when he's in the mood, Jean-Louis Valois. And good stuff again from Burnley, it's Chaplow! Well, he didn't really hit it with the sort of conviction that he was hoping for, Richard Chaplow.
Well, he could have put a real exclamation mark on his performance today. This was really well set up. He comes forward, and I thought that the keeper got a hand onto it. Let's see if we can see it coming through here. And yeah, he does. Yeah, got a hand onto it.
Despite that, the goal kick was given.
Yeah, that should have been a corner kick. Should have been a goal, that's what it should have been. Never mind the corner kick. Chaplow should have buried it.
Will Burnley rue that before the match is over? What drama here at Turf Moor on this Tuesday night. This is why so many of us regard this competition as so special.
Yeah, but it's the second team that's out there. If Liverpool first team was out there, I'd say, yeah, it's very special. Did they not set themselves up for this?
Baros trying to wriggle free, and he's done well here. The shot by Potter. Another head-in-hands moment for Liverpool.
Well, this ball was played right through the middle. Baros with a nice run through, plays the ball all the way across, and Potter with a shot way wide of the target. Chaplow, and you got to watch for Valois. They could make hay now.
Set him up on goal, prodded away by Micah Hyde. We haven't mentioned Ian Moore all that much, but I think he deserves a mention at this stage of the game. He's had to undergo tireless running. He's worked non-stop, yet has managed at times here to trouble the Liverpool defenders.
Yeah, and he's looked so comfortable out there on the ball. I mean, you can tell he's a wily old veteran, but you can also tell that he's getting something special out of tonight because he used to be such a great Liverpool supporter.
Well, Baros trying to get the better of the Burnley defenders. It was a super run by Baros, and then instinctively Nunez tries to beat the goalkeeper, beat Jensen.
Well, you can tell the different class with Baros, as I spoke about him coming on. I mean, we know what he can do, and this time he does have a man inside. Mellor is in a great position if this ball goes through to him. Watch where he is, just standing outside of the penalty spot, and the ball, he's wide open. Look at this. If the ball goes through to him, he rips a hole in the back of the net, but Baros puts it in, and then Mellor was the man who banged it up over the top. The defense has been caught open a few times now. Different quality player out there.
Yes, Liverpool have up to their quality. There's no denying that.
Plus, Burnley have to be getting a little bit tired now. They've done a lot of running. Players like Moore has done an incredible amount of running all night. So the legs have to be giving just a little bit at this stage.
And it's a measure of how thin the Burnley squad is at the moment that 38-year-old first-team coach Mark Yates is amongst the substitutes.
Well, you don't think that Cottrell, I don't think he's going to go to his bench if he can avoid it at all. You can see him out there giving a little bit of words of advice and encouragement, but I can't see him going to his bench.
Valois has managed to win the free kick. McGreal's forward. Cahill's forward. Less than 12 minutes to go here at Turf Moor. There were those who felt that even with a below-strength first team here, that Liverpool would win fairly easily, that the gulf in quality would be too high. But Burnley served notice from the very start that they were going to get stuck into Liverpool. This man, Richard Chaplow, sending a couple of early messages, and Jimmy Traore, well, the picture of dejection, isn't he, on the bench, the man whose own goal currently separates these two.
Well, Baros coming on now, he's playing it.
And they've given the ball away here. Sinclair and Chaplow.
Control let him down.
Yep, control and maybe fatigue. Just getting the better of Richard Chaplow. Bishchan. Just trying to control things in midfield. The whistle's gone. Free kick's gone against the combative Tony Grant.
Well, it's not a bad free kick to give up at this stage. It gives you a chance to get back. It's just have set in.
Raven.
Exactly like that.
Very disappointing by young David Raven. Well, a learning experience this for the Liverpool youngsters. But still a scintilla of hope with the Burnley defenders backing off. And what a chance for Liverpool, but the chance is squandered. Bishchan.
Oh, you give the ball away. Roach give the ball away, and he's taken to the cleaners here, and Bishchan is right in the middle. He's wide open, brilliantly set up, and oh, that's just a terrible shot. Terrible shot.
A man down. Liverpool must gamble here. They try to stay alive in the FA Cup. Valois.
What a night for Valois.
Splendid outing by the Frenchman, but he runs into trouble here. Gave it away to Potter.
Here you go. Try it again, son. Get rid of the ball.
Valois just offside. Not by an awful lot.
Oh.
Ian Moore.
I don't know about that one. I thought Moore waited until the last moment. I thought he judged it perfectly.
Well, it's been a rough night, to say the least, for Liverpool. I think Rafa Benitez is going to hear about it in the papers and on the television programmes tomorrow. The fact that he decided to rest so many of his regular first-teamers. Ian Moore's father, Ronnie Moore, among those in attendance tonight. Of course, a legendary managerial figure here in the north of England, Ronnie Moore. And oh, now that challenge by John McGreal is one the big centre-back might yet regret. It's a free kick to Liverpool in a position of considerable menace to the Burnley goal.
Well, it's going to present Liverpool with their last golden opportunity, I would imagine, of this game. It's a question of now that wall going back to 10 yards, and Chaplow wants to be referee. Got a smile there. This is now Jensen. Very important where he puts this wall. I mean, Barrows can hit this as well as Warnock.
It's Warnock, of course, the naturally left-footed player, might well like this angle. Liverpool have been bereft of ideas. Liverpool have been well below their best. But still, there's a chance for them to earn a replay. There's chance right at the death, and it's going to be Stephen Warnock. He whacks it into that Burnley wall. Potter. And what a chance here right at the end for Whitbread, but the goalkeeper Jensen's there. Off balance he was after Zach Whitbread got his head to the ball.
Well, Whitbread almost becomes an instant Liverpool hero here as he knocks this ball inside. He gets up, he's down, he gets up, and he puts the head onto it. The keeper does well just to hold onto it.
We will have 3 minutes of added time altogether here. Liverpool staring FA Cup elimination in the face. Barrows. Potter. It's well read by Grant. Now Sinclair, not too fussy about where that one was going. And Moore trying to put a bit of pressure on Sami Hyypiä, and on Dudek for that matter. It's come to Whitbread. Very little has gone right this evening for Liverpool. So much has gone right for Burnley.
Well, as you said, Barry Kilby wiped out $3 million in debt, and he's seeing £3 million. He's seeing a return, hopefully, here tonight, he feels.
Was there a hand? Well, Cinema Pongolle far from happy with referee Mark Clattenburg. And a yellow card for Barrows, I think it was. It was indeed Milan Barrows.
And as he goes for it here, oh, that's a very harsh handball. Thought it hit him on the shoulder. Not sure what Burnley's doing with the ball down at their own end of the field.
Burnley are just a matter of 45 seconds or so away from knocking out Liverpool. It's the up and under from Hyypiä, and a safe pair of hands displayed by Brian Jensen. Valois. So many heroes wearing claret tonight. And here's one of them, Richard Chaplow, intelligently hanging on to the ball there on the left. Valois. And it's Hyde, and they're stroking the ball around with confidence.
What a night for the Claret.
Is there time for Liverpool to get forward and do any damage at all? Barosh was stabbed away by Kamara. Everyone now looking towards referee Mark Clattenburg. We've had the 3 minutes of time added on for stoppages. Liverpool have no choice. They must get everyone forward here. It's Hupia. Tear up the form book, because Burnley are as delighted as Liverpool will be despondent. An FA Cup surprise has been sprung here in northwest England this evening, and Liverpool become the 5th team from the Premiership to bow out in the 3rd round. An own goal was the difference after good work by Chaplow. Jimmy Traore putting the ball into his own net. Nunez towards the end was given his marching orders by referee Mark Clattenburg. Burnley 1, Liverpool 0, and Burnley well worth this triumph. They go through to meet Bournemouth in the 4th round. Rafa Benitez is going to have some explaining to do based on his team selection. All credit to Burnley.